Welcome back. So that was a short presentation on the new forms, and the basic features I think you've understood. And still, if there are any queries, you can send these queries to us in due course, and we'll try and reply to them as soon as possible. Now, a few queries which I've received. Now, somebody's asked how to avoid notices. During the course of the seminar, the webinar, I've already told you that you should ensure that all the places, whichever field is coming, if for example we are talking about salary, and if salary in schedule S and the value of salary in TDS1 and the value of salary in TI, all these should be the same. If there's any difference, then probably the department may add up the two figures or something like that. It may be doubled or something. So please ensure that the figures are correct. If we are talking about profit and loss account in ITR 4, 5, etc., then in that case the profit before tax, which is appearing in the profit and loss account, the same should seamlessly flow to schedule BP. If there is a difference between the two, then there will be a problem. Then similarly, we should be careful that the right figure is being given, as in some cases if you are preparing the profit and loss account also, so putting in the figures there also, and at the bottom of that there is no account case, wherein you have to give information in the case of presumptive businesses, wherein only some 4 figures of sales, purchases, etc. have to be provided. You are providing that also, and you are punching the figures in the profit and loss account also. Then probably the department will again take both these, and the income will be doubled, and obviously the tax demand will come, and then you will worry why this has happened. Similarly, as in the course of the webinar also I said that please ensure that the figures go from one schedule to the other, from TI, from the schedule to the TI, and like this they should seamlessly flow. There should not be any difference between the two. So that is very important. Like in the last year, some notices were received by people because schedule 80G they had not filled up. They had claimed the deduction of 80G of some donation, eligible donation, for which the benefit should have been given to them, but since they did not fill schedule 80G, this problem came, and the demands came to them, and then they were running after us. So what is the problem? Is there some problem in the XML file, or what wrong we have done? We checked up the XML file, and we came to know that they had not filled the schedule 80G. And many of these things with experience, many of the checks we have already put in the software WebbyTax, so that you do not commit these mistakes. But as experience teaches you and us, we keep on putting more such checks in the software so that these mistakes do not happen. And already, as I was telling you, the figures should flow from the profit and loss account to schedule BP, from schedule BP to the TI and TTI, etc. So all these things are already happening, and if you use a good software like WebbyTax, then these problems will not be faced by you. Then some other issues we can talk about. Somebody also asked me about online wealth tax return. So as it has been made mandatory in the case of companies and individuals and HUF to whom a tax audit is applicable, but the procedure or the XML format etc. has not yet been launched. It will be done shortly, and thereafter wherever it is mandatory, and even if it is not mandatory, you'll find it convenient to file online, you can file online. These information we'll be trying to convey this information to you from time to time, and also you can see this information from the income tax website. Then another important thing which has happened, as I was talking to you about that issue that whenever you log on to the website of the client, or the client himself logs into the income tax website, PAN login, therein the email ID and mobile number, the same number or the email ID can be maximum used for 4 cases, and thereafter if it is being used for the 5th case, then the message would come that it is already there for 4 cases and you need to change that. And earlier they were also asking you to just click it, cancel it, and move on to the next thing which you wanted to do. You needed to upload, return, etc. But now, unless and until you are making the change, it will not allow you to cancel this information or this pop-up box. So we need to do it, and we need to change it. And this, when we change it, the email will one pin will be sent by email by the department and one PIN will be sent by the mobile number. And both these PIN need to be feeded at the relevant site of the department in the PAN login, and once that is done, then the new email ID and the mobile number will be registered. Earlier this PIN was valid only for one session. Just yesterday they have done this change, that now this PIN will be valid for 24 hours, because practically people were facing this problem. That is why this was done, and so now you can take that benefit and you can start changing the email IDs and the mobile numbers. Now, since we have some time, we can also see some of the facilities that are available in the software. One of the facilities is, and one of the major reasons why the demands are coming, is that the TDS, TCS, etc. is not as per 26 AS. So what we can do, we can go to the computation, to the scheduled TDS, and here we will try and import 26 AS from the department's website. Let me try that. If the internet is working properly, this data will be imported from department's website, from the PAN login. Yeah, it is being imported. And just, yes, it has been imported. Without logging into the website, you don't even need to log into the website, and the TDS data is there. And in the meantime, I have received another query whether the Webby tax return will also be prepared electronically from the software. Definitely we'll give you that option also once the file formats are being given by the department. So this way you can import this data and save it. But please be very careful. Do not take it at face value. Sometimes some mistakes are there. So just import the data and check it from your own records, and if need be, update it, add more records, delete the records which do not belong to you, and thereafter upload the return. Similarly, we can do even for salary, TDS salary. Similar process is there. You can import from 26 AS. It says that the data will be overwritten if any information is there. So if you want to overwrite it, you can import it. In the meantime, somebody has also asked me whether if the taxable income is 4 lakhs, then it needs to be filed electronically for an individual. No, if it is 4 lakhs, then it is not to be filed. If it is more than 5 lakhs, then it needs to be filed electronically. Again, I'll repeat that please check this information. It may not be correct. Then another very important facility that the software is offering is that of easy e-filing. You say e-filing itself is easy. So what more than this? Many a times you are unable to log on to the income tax website or the PAN account of your assessee or your own PAN account. In that case, what do you do? And probably your income is more than 5 lakhs and you have to file it electronically. You can not submit it offline or in paper format. So what do you do? So in that case, we have given this facility whereby you can create a user ID. This information is to be filled. This is a one-time exercise. Once you do that, thereafter you can go to easy filing, upload XML, and there you can select whether you want to upload one file. If that be the case, then you can select file, select the XML file that you want to upload, and then you can just click on the button upload and the file will be automatically uploaded. From here itself, you don't need to log into the PAN account. And if multiple returns you want to upload, say at the last moment, on the last due date, etc., when the time is so short and you are unable to log into each department, the site is also very slow. And the good thing about this is, in this case, it is uploaded, and till such time it is unable to connect to the department's website, it will keep on trying to send the data to the department's website, and whenever the site is working, the data will be taken by the income tax department's website. So that is very useful, and as I said, you can select the folder option and you put on all the XML files in one folder, and if digital signature is applicable, then you can sign with digital signature also. Otherwise, normally without digital signature, you can select and you can upload from here itself. So again, a very important facility. Other than that, as I said, that most of the information is flowing directly from one schedule to the other if you are filling information in computation. And everything, almost everything is being done from here itself, from computation screen. Like business income is there, since it's not applicable in this case, it is not there. Otherwise, salary, house property, etc., it can be filled, all can be filled from here. Similarly, from house property we can fill from here. And it will be automatically filled in the relevant schedules, TI, TTI, tax will be calculated automatically. So much of the manual exercise will be saved, and obviously there will be lesser errors because we are not doing the work manually. Exempt income is there. Automatically it will take the exempt incomes to schedule EI of the exempt income, and special incomes will be automatically taken to SI. So again, you do not have to do all this exercise, etc. Anything else? Let me see. And since new amendments come, it is very difficult for us to take care of all those amendments. But the software, since it is being updated on a regular basis, all these amendments are inbuilt in the software, whether it be rebate under section 87A for in taxable income up to 5 lakhs of rupees 2,000 for resident individuals, or any other information which the department is now seeking some new information, or if some old information is not being sought. So all those updations are being regularly done by the department. We also try and make things more simpler for you, user friendly, and we keep on doing all those things. Then another thing, one clue to you too could be that I've already said that e-filing, this ECS is mandatory now. So the bank account information you have to give, and that is mandatory, and that you can fill it in the bank account details here like this, and you must fill this. Even earlier it was mandatory, now the IFSC code is mandatory. This 11-digit alphanumeric code is mandatory, and you must fill this, and that is why you must take it from your client. Probably a sample check could be taken from each client so that you can ensure entire information is correct. And there at the bottom you can see the various numbers are there. The last number, if you see, 10 is for savings account, 11 is for current account. So from that also you can see these things, or even the IFSC code tells you which city it is, which branch it is, which bank it is. So this information you can take from the check, sample of which you have taken from your client. Then many more things are there, but since time is short, so specific queries we can take up later, which you can send to us, and we'll try and reply to them as soon as possible. Thank you very much for a very patient hearing. Thanks.